This week, you're going to be developing a project that allows you to create charts and graphics for a visual set of data. This is going to be an infographic. Now, this data is going to come from your own research, and I'm going to give you a set of topics that you can pick and choose from. This year, we're going to do a set of topics from a variety of different foods. So you're going to have some flexibility over what data you collect and what you want to show, but the overall graphic is going to be displayed in one single layout. So think of it as one large poster. Now, the data sets and the places where you can find the data that I have listed are just 3 good starting points. I specifically want you to find good raw data, something that's been not interpreted by somebody else and that you can use and plug in to Adobe Illustrator to create your graphic sets. So these 3 websites are some great ones that I'm going to use in the future tutorials for this week. If you look on page 2, this is where you can find the choices of the different foods that you can pick and choose from to do your research on. I only want you to choose one of these food groups, and I specifically chose them because I know you can find all the answers to the data I want you to research. I also chose them because they're produced worldwide, and some of these are commonly known, and some of these may be foods you've never heard of. Do pay close attention to what I'm asking you to look for. So once you pick one, make sure you can find all of the check marks that are beside each one of these. Do pay close attention that some of these are produced or consumed worldwide, so you can find data for them for all of the different continents. For instance, blueberries, I can find production values for Africa, Asia, America, and Europe. But a food like fonio is only produced in Africa, so I can only find production information for African top producing countries. All you need to do is to pick one of these food groups to do your research and develop your infographic for. Let's have a look at some of these data websites. And again, later on I'll show you how I use these data websites. A website like Healthline does good scientific research on a variety of different health and nutrition related topics. So it's a great place to find some qualitative data that you can add to your infographic. I like to get raw quantitative data from the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization. From their website, you can find data for production and food and nutritional data all from here. A final good place to find nutritional data is from the nutritionalvalue.org. This is a great place that a lot of companies like to use whenever they need to find nutritional values to put on their product labels. Each one of these will be used in the different tutorials for this week. Going back to our information page. Now, the document size for your infographic needs to be a large poster, and there's no one set size that I'm looking for, but I do want it to be larger than 10 inches by 17 inches. So the final size will be left up to your needs for your infographics. You can move things around and change it up as long as it's larger than 10 by 17. We do want it to be very visually appealing and easy to read, so make sure your infographics have a title, appropriate subtitles, and any appropriate body copy that explains the data that you're trying to show. Especially to make it visually appealing, feel free to add any kind of illustrations and photography that aid your overall final design. Finally, within your poster, I want you to demonstrate a variety of different chart techniques that we're going to cover this week. I want you to use a grid system to plan out and map out where you're going to place everything in your layout. Show me how you can create a pie chart, line chart, and a bar chart. I would like to see a timeline or a set of bubbled facts that give interesting data or interesting facts about the food that you chose. And I also want you to include some sort of mapped graphic. One of the things you can download from the Moodle page will be this Illustrator file of a world map, so feel free to use it as you see fit for your final layout. While you're on Moodle, have a look at some of the infographic examples. And let me show you exactly what I'm looking for these kinds of infographics. In this one, you can see they're giving you some facts about milk. As I scroll down, you can see there is a lot of data, there's a lot of numbers and facts, but it's very visual and it's appealing and it's easy to read. Some of the graphics are being reused and they're used appropriately, And I should be able to understand exactly what they're trying to say and understand it very quickly. So there's a minimal amount of reading, but only what's necessary. If I go to this one, this is infographics about eggs. They've developed an appropriate set of graphics that are used. In this case, they're showing me the nutritional breakdown of an egg. If I scroll down, they're using eggs to show both worldwide and Asian productions and how they compare with each other. And they're using a map graphic to show the top producers of eggs worldwide. Later on, they've got other facts and other ways that they're showcasing their information about eggs too. And the final one, this is a good one about bananas. They're giving good visual information about the production of it. In this case, they're using typographic means of doing it. But later on, they're showcasing some simple graphics and some simple charts that shows the production in different territories and exporters and importers of bananas. So have a look at these as well as the others to give you some good starting points and inspiration for your own poster graphics and layouts. When you do finish this up, you're going to be turning it in as either a PDF or a high-quality JPEG, which you can upload to Moodle. Again, if you have any problems or questions this week, please feel free to let me know ahead of time. I'm looking forward to see what you come up with this week.